My audience for today will be my sister, who do not want to look at the camera because she's on Facebook, and my daughter, who will be holding the camera for me. Here you go. So, hello, my name is Diamond. Today we will be talking about my birth month and my birth year. We will be going back 27 years to the month of October and the year of 1990. I was actually a premature baby, and I was actually born 6 months early in Detroit, Michigan, at Grace Hospital. So, as I said before, my birthday is October 14th. The year will be 1990. The sign, the zodiac sign that represents my birthday would be a Libra. And the scale represents the Libra. The scale is like an up and down balance, kind of like, we balance out in good and bad both ways. So, the Libra sign would measure equality, harmony, and balance, which is very important fact about my birth month and birth year. So we're going to go on to talk about very important facts that happened in the year of 1990 in the month of October. So first, we're going to start with something that I think is very important, and that would be the president at that time. So in the month of October, the year of 1990, the president was actually George W. Bush Sr. The reason I say senior is because he actually have a son whose also name is George Bush, and he was also the president of the United States later in back in a later date. Um, One fun fact about the president would be, we're going to talk about the fact that Iraq tried to invade Kuwait. That was something that was not good, and our president at the time, Mr. Bush, he completely disapproved of it. He felt as though it was very unnecessary for Iraq to try to invade Kuwait. This is one very, very important fact because our country, the United States, have always had a lot of issues with Iraq. So I felt that I should throw that in there as one of the important things that happened back in the 1990s in the month of October. Another very important thing that I felt that I should add was the fact that we were in a recession. We've had many, many, many recessions. Um, this one is one of the bigger ones that I would say. The unemployment rates were up very, very high. There were many, many people without jobs. This is very important because without a job, you can't live. If you don't work, you don't eat. So I felt that as though that was very important. The unemployment rates were on the rise maybe until 1992. They didn't go down until 1992. And I feel as though this is one of the main reasons that George W. Bush Sr. then never made it back to his second term presidency. He actually lost in 1992 to one of my favorite presidents, who is Bill Clinton. The reason that I feel he lost is because he wasn't able to with uphold the economy and keep it going at a steady rate, which is what it was supposed to be. So because of this, as I said before, he did not make it to his second term. One of the next important facts we're going to talk about would be the average prices for everything. So the average monthly rent at this time was about $465, which is very, very cheap. Um, Rent was never this cheap, and now it's even not that cheap now. Something else that I wanted to talk about would be the average income, the yearly income at this time. About the average price that people will bring home yearly would be about $29,000 a year. So I felt as though that was a very important factor because I mean, yeah, it's up a lot more now. Something else that I wanted to talk about was the average price of a gallon of gas. Back in the 1990s, in the month of October, the average price of a gallon of gas would be $1.34, which is a lot, much cheaper than what it is now. I would love for gas to be $1.34 now. Um, Another fun fact about October 1990, that was the month and year that America's favorite cartoon family, made up cartoon family, first aired on television. They aired on Fox TV, and the name of this show would be The Simpsons. Everyone watches The Simpsons. I still watch The Simpsons. Now my daughter watches The Simpsons. This is a very, very big fact. I know everyone loves The Simpsons, so I felt that I had to throw that in there. Another important fact about the month of October and the year of 1990 was the fact that Sci-Fi Channel um, was very, very, very popular at this time. I could remember um, even as early as first grade, when a couple years after the 90s, when I was in elementary school, that we used to always watch Bill Nye the Science Guy, and that was very big, and that came on the Sci-Fi Channel. Something else from the year 1990 and the month of October would be the GPS system. Everyone uses the GPS system. Well, if they're like me, they use the GPS system. I can't get anywhere without it. And I felt as though this was very important. The first in-car GPS system was installed, which helps people get from point A to point B. So I felt as though this was very important because, as you know, it's 27 years later and we are still using the GPS system. Another very important fact, in the month of October in the year of 1990, Nelson Mandela was released from prison after serving a 27-year sentence. He was actually supposed to do life in prison, and he actually got out in 27 years. He was actually an anti-apartheid revolutionary, which is a very important fact for my culture. He was later on, after he got out of prison, after he served his 27-year sentence, he later became the president of South Africa, the first black president of South Africa, and I felt as though that was amazing, especially after serving a 27-year sentence. So I had to throw that in there. And one more fun fact that happened in the year of 1990 and the month of October, I will go to the Billboard charts, and I'm going to tell you that Janet Jackson's song "The Black Cat" was actually #1 on the Billboards in the month of October in the year of 1990. There are so many important things that I can mention about this year and this month, of course, but the most important thing I would say would be the birth of me, because I don't know, I just think that's a very important fact about my life. So I'm gonna throw that in there. 1990, month of October, very, very big year. Um, I think that was a good year for everyone. Besides the fact that we did have a recession. I appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you. Have a good day.